What's happening, guys? Alright, today is Wednesday, July 3rd. Or Wednesday. Made you guys double check, or probably trying to correct me or double check. It's actually Monday, guys. July 3rd. We are at the Love's truck stop in Patterson, California right now, just south of Tracy, California. Alright, it's time to go pick up our reload. Well, pick up our drop trailer reload. Alright, so we're going to be picking up at the U.S. cold storage facility in Turlock. You can see by the map there, it's such a really complicated trip to get over there. There's a lot of sarcasm, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know. I'm not going to touch any freeways at all. We're just going to be on service streets the entire way there. The extent of our turns is when we get to the east end of Patterson or whatnot, we're going to make a left turn onto that state highway over there, and then a right turn shortly after that. That'll take us right into Turlock. That turns in, I think it's Main Street in Turlock, if I remember correctly. And then it'll be a left turn onto the street that's right on the east side of US Cold, and then kind of spiral our way in, making left turns from there. Alright, so that's kind of what you know is going on here, right? I just made my delivery this morning to the Costco DC in Tracy. You guys might have seen that video. If you haven't already, go check it out. We got the Flying J here in Patterson coming up. And right down the street from there, they got the Amazon DC over here, or fulfillment center, whatever. Actually right across the street from Flying J. I can see the side of it right here. All right, so Patterson, it's not a very big town, but I always find I kind of like driving through the west side of Patterson. It's, I don't want to call it quaint, but it's nice. But when we get into Patterson proper, if you will, not like it's much of a big city. Not a big city at all, actually. But yeah, when you start getting a little further in by where that state highway is that we're going to turn on, it gets not quite so nice. But right over here on this west end here, I got these tract homes here with like all the trees and palm trees and stuff. It looks like a pretty nice neighborhood here, actually, based on the size of the homes and the decorum and all that. So, just for that, I could actually picture living in this neighborhood. It's, tract homes aren't for everybody's cup of tea. I don't necessarily want to be able to have a conversation with my neighbor while they're in their bathroom taking a shit or something. But, they're not always, tract homes aren't always like that. Sometimes you got enough room on one of the yards to, put an RV in the backyard or something. You never know with the neighborhood. Your speed 35. Thank you for driving safely. Well, it kind of takes a little bit of time to get a truck, even pulling an empty trailer to get up to speed anyway. Okay, I might run a little bit of high speed once we're on the other street, on the other section of road, whatever. I do want to, make the theme of this video about, is it a customer or is it a drop yard? Because this is actually a discussion / argument that we were just having. Well, at least one particular driver. And actually some others of us were arguing one way or the other, whatever, we'll just say. So why not? Well, it is a fitting discussion here, because where we're going to pick up this load, it's, in a way it can be considered both. However, after the light. Alright guys, so we were talking about the U.S. cold storage and Turlock. Do we call it a drop yard or do we call it a customer? Technically, I mean, in a way you can call it both. However, ultimately, it is a customer, not a drop yard. Now, a drop yard in a more literal sense is just a place where you can drop trailers, empty or loaded, whatever, so another driver can repower it or use it for a different load, whatever the case might be. In this case, though, it's a legit customer. We actually do both pickups and deliveries at this customer, so it really is a customer facility. It's primarily there for use to pick up and deliver loads at, where you dock into a dock door and do pickups and deliveries with. It's not primarily used as a drop yard. However, JCT does use this facility as a quote-unquote drop yard. But again, I mean, this is more semantics. Can you call it a drop yard? Perhaps, yeah. You can get away with that, but technically, you should not call it that to other people, because for good reason, they're going to argue with you about, no, it's not a drop yard, it's a customer facility. And they're right, because I've personally done pickups. I've actually docked into dock doors there to do pickups and deliveries, both. And but otherwise, yeah, a lot of other times I go there and I'm literally just going there to drop whatever trailer I have with me and leave with a different trailer that another JCT driver dropped there temporarily. Okay, this is Highway 33. We're gonna make a left turn right here. Not even looking at my map, but I'm familiar with the area and I know exactly where to go to get to Turlock. Plus, you got the sign right there on the right underneath the Highway 33 sign right in front of us, saying Turlock, turn left. Alright, we are good here. Okay, I need to get in the right lane because about half a mile, 3/4 mile, whatever you want to call that, or up ahead, there's a traffic light there. I'm going to make a right turn there, and that'll be the same street that turns into Main Street, I think it is, in Turlock. Alright, we currently have 102 degree temp here. My truck was actually saying it was over 110 when I was sitting there parked at the truck stop in Wesley earlier. Right before I went on duty to start my shift. So definitely a hot one today. I expect temps like this in my neighborhood, but up here in the Central Valley or something, I don't know if they're really, how often they get 110 degree temps. To be honest with you, I'm not inclined to believe they get them as much as we do where I live. Now, it's even not uncommon to see 120 in the summertime where I live. I have a fat chance of seeing that here, I would think. Alright, so I saw that they still had a green arrow over there, so I'm thinking I'll go now before the other traffic gets a chance to catch a green light. When I turned yellow right when I was committing to going. Alright, this is First Street, and I don't see what the street is that I'm on, though. There aren't any signs here on this side saying what the name of this street is. Oh well, not important. This is the street I want to be on. Like I say, we're just going to go straight on into Turlock via this road and then make a left turn where the customer is at. I'll give you a little bit more input on US cold when we get over there, okay? I'll go ahead and run higher speed footage here for you guys to help keep the video short.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never, ever tear us apart. You were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. You were standing, I was there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. I was standing.
Fucking idiot. Why are you guys parking stopping so far behind the line? Alright guys, we are almost to US Cold now. We just got one more major intersection to go, and then we're making a left turn. I kind of lied earlier. Normally I was thinking spiral and a series of left turns, because I'm used to coming into here from the Highway 99 side, not through this side. However, as you see on the map here, this intersection coming up where you see some orange and red there at the corner, indicates there's probably a traffic light or a stop sign there, one of the two. Looks like it's a traffic light. I see it up ahead. We're going to be making a left turn there, and then a right turn shortly after that, and then on the right side will be the US Cold facility. Alright, so my first time ever doing a drop at this facility was probably my first year at JCT. I don't remember when exactly it was. It was probably my first year. I remembered I had a Tyson load that I picked up somewhere in the east or northeast, whatever. I don't know, or not northeast, but Midwest somewhere. It could have been Nebraska, could have been Logansport, Indiana, or somewhere, or I don't even really remember. I just know it was going to Sacramento, California. And when I made the delivery there, it turned out they rejected 72 cases of product there. And I'm like, well, why'd you guys reject it? They didn't have anything documented on the BOL why they rejected it. It just showed that they rejected 72 cases. So yeah, I found this out while I was on my way back to my truck with the bills in my hand, and I end up asking them, I go back and ask them, hey, what's going on here? Like, I need to tell my OS&D person why you guys are rejecting it. Because it's this whole three-way game that has to be played then between, oh, no, you know what? This is not where I want to go. Let's wait on this car. I kept thinking this was a regular street, but no, that just goes into that milk facility. Okay, this street right here in front of Blue Diamond, that's what I was looking for. Because I saw Blue Diamond on there, on the thing. Okay, I guess it's the light coming up here. Yeah. Alright, so we'll have to go over. Oh, this doesn't look right. Should have been that street right there. So I should have just went ahead and spiraled through like I originally planned on, now that I know this. I didn't know that I couldn't directly access the street that I need to use to get to their facility from this side. Damn it. This is fucking Blue Diamond, damn it. Quit doing this shit to me, people. I keep thinking it's a street, and then it turns out all it does is go into somebody's private lot. Alright, this is starting to get really annoying now. Okay, I'm going to have to make this right turn on a Fulkerth Road because, yeah, this was totally unexpected. This looks like this intersection is designed with trucks in mind, even though it's a small street. Oh yeah, easy as hell to make the turn here without using anybody else's lane and without running your tandems off into somewhere you don't want them. I'm going to get zoomed in a little bit here, so... Alright, I'm going to have to make a right turn eventually here. Alright, so anyway, that it was like Tony's Finer Foods or something, I don't know, remember the place was called, Don's or some small place over there, right by the CHP Academy on the west side of, right on the other side of the Sacramento River from where the 49er truck stop is. So they rejected 72 cases, and I go back in there, and they end up printing up this email that got sent to them by their supervisor saying, when this load shows up, reject these 72 cases because they're not on our PO. Okay, is this, you know what? I did want that street, but I'm so shell-shocked about what's actually going to be a freaking street and what's just going to put me in someone's damn property that I didn't want to go that way this time. See, I can't even come to this place because it's half these freaking lights just going to someone's personal property, private property. Yeah, that's a dead-end street right there. Come on, this is bullshit. I would have been much happier just staying on the damn street I was on originally and making a turn onto the street that I normally use. I'm normally always using it anyway. Alright, let's use Diane Drive. Alright, so anyway, yeah, so when there's an OS&D issue, they have to do, there's a three-way conversation that has to happen, and it's usually by email, so there's delays there. Now, there's the motor vehicle carrier, the shipper, and the receiver are all involved in it, and it's kind of, basically, the carrier just kind of plays a middleman. But ultimately reports what they can to the shipper, what needs to be reported to the shipper, and then it's ultimately between the shipper and the receiver whether the receiver has to take the load of the product anyway, or if the shipper needs to find another receiver for it. Okay, well in this case, it was on a weekend, and I had a reload that I was supposed to be reloading in Lemoore at the Leprino facility. Yeah, but they had to figure out what to do. So I spent 3 hours on the dock door unloading. And then after I was unloaded and figuring out that I had this OS&D issue, yeah, see, I'm way over here. This is stupid. I spent another 4 hours in the dock door waiting for a disposition on what the hell to do with these 72 cases. Normally what would have been the case would be the shipper would find an alternate vendor to send me to deliver the other 72 cases to, but in this case, they weren't able to find somebody in a timely manner. Yeah, and the time of day did not help it. It was already in the afternoon, evening time, even in Sacramento, and we're West Coast, so everybody is ahead of us on the clock. You know, East Coast is 3 hours ahead of us, so you know, sometimes that could be a factor too with where's the shipper at? Where did it come from? What time zone are they in? And versus what time zone we're actually in the customer or receiver. So you know, it just didn't work out. I got told we can't find a good alternate vendor for you to take it to right now. So go ahead and just take it to Turlock. Just go drop it in Turlock, grab an empty, and then head out to Lemoore. So I get over here, and I'm like, well, this is a regular customer facility. What am I supposed to do with this place? I don't know the process here. Do I just drop my trailer there and then grab whatever load and leave or something? Or do I need to check in with somebody or whatever? Do I need to dock in somewhere, to a dock door or whatever? And whatnot. All these questions came up in my head. It was like, what do I do? It's just so weird. Using an actual customer facility as a drop yard. Okay, right here on the left is US Cold. They have a gate right over here on this street. We're not going to use it on the inbound side. We are going to use it on the outbound side though. We're going to come up here to the next intersection and turn left and then make another left on the other side of there's another facility right over here, right before their driveway that we're going to turn into. So here's the outbound gate right here. They do have a staging lot right here that you can use as well if you want to park overnight here or something. You can do that. If I recall, it's not uncommon for people to also park over here in the dirt. Might be mixing them up with a couple other places in California though. Pretty good chance of that. I like PFG, Performance Food Group, over in Bakersfield, Shafter, whatever you want to call that part of the Bakersfield area. That's one of those ones where I might be mistaken with, confusing with. All right, we're gonna make this left turn right here. Yeah. See, this says Blue Diamond Growers, but it's also US Cold. And this is where we normally go. Okay, we have Turlock Turlock North and Turlock South. Either way, we're going to go ahead and check in with the guard here and tell them we're just dropping. Now, I don't know that my load is here yet, but I believe it is. In fact, I think I see it right now. Pretty sure that's my trailer over there. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay. But I have a load assignment already, so it tells me that the trailer probably is here. Alright guys, we are checked in here. Now all we're going to do here is bring our trailer over here into one of these spots here in the corner next to the other JCT trailers. Find out if our loaded is over here. Yeah, our loaded is here indeed. I see it sitting right there, second spot over. So I'll go ahead and drop this in the spot right next to my loaded, and then we'll hook straight up to our loaded, and then have to go inside to check with them. I'll check in with those guys. Alright, plenty of room here. I can get a straight back setup here. As soon as I see, there we go. I usually use the whatever's 2 spots over as my timer. See how that actually looked perfect right there. I mean, I didn't quite square up with the trailer, but it's The trailer is actually sitting pretty well, maybe a little bit to the left, but right in front of the spot I wanted. So when I'm doing these straight back setups like that, what I'm doing is usually look at my hood mirror, or maybe in the convex over here, usually the hood mirror. And what I'm looking for is I'm making my turn, my U-turn kind of thing, my serpentine. And when I see the trailer 2 spots over from the one I want, or the truck that's 2 spots over, whatever it is, once I see most or all of it in my hood mirror, then start cutting back. Because and then don't freaking fly the steering wheel as fast as possible. Just kind of nice, gradual, like what you saw me doing there. And while I'm straightening out with it, you're going to see the next trailer over come into view and more into view, and the next thing you know, I'm lying straight up. So maybe that can help you guys out if any of you guys have some any kind of difficulty with straight back setups, getting it actual lined up right there with your spot when you're setting up from from a regular position. Try that out. All right, that might help you out. Oops. Alright guys, let's disconnect from this one now and hook up to the next one. We got good disconnect there. Drop pads. Alright, back into this one. 7085 is the one that it wants. Yeah, I've already checked today. I'm leaving with this one.
You're getting ready to take off.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a great holiday.
You too.
Thank you, buddy.
Alright guys, we are ready to get out of here now. Alright, had to make sure the yard dog wasn't going to come around the corner or something. Okay, so we're going to make a left turn here and come out that guard shack that I told you about earlier. It's on Franklin. Alright, so word of the wise, when you drop a loaded trailer, even if you get hot, dry weather like we have here, 104 degree clear sky weather, please, if you can, do what you can to weatherproof it anyway, because there's my BOL. It got a little bit wet. How did it get wet? Because the water separator on the reefer unit dripped water straight down from the reefer unit onto the bill box, and it got into the bill box and got just a little bit of the bills wet. So it doesn't take rain or snow, whatever, to get these wet. You can also have just condensation from the reefer unit itself do it. Alright, so on that note, this one apparently got picked up by another driver at the Christopher Ranch facility in Gilroy. Let me get checked out here and we'll talk about the rest of it though. Hello. Loaded. No, it was a drop.
Do you check this other trailer into the office?
Yes.
Have a good one.
You too. Alright guys, let me get up here just a second. Let me do a semi-departure. Show what I'm leaving here, and then we'll head out of here. Kind of give you a little bit of missing detail about when you're doing drop hooks here, like drop yard type hooks versus pickups or deliveries. Alright, let's get out of here now. Alright, so a little bit of more detail about here. Whether it doesn't matter if you're checking in to pick up or deliver a load from them in their dock doors, or if you're just using it as the drop facility. Regardless, that gate pass that the guard gives you on the way in, take that with you into the shipping office, the one that's by dock door 37, as they call it, the south office, or dock 3, I think they also call it. Take it in there and check in with them. They'll input it in the system. They'll put what trailer you're dropping here, and then which one, and tell them which one you're leaving with. If you're dropping a loaded and taking an empty with you, more than likely they will tell you which empty to take, or which ones are available or not committed to their use for a load or something. Alright, so we're going to make a left turn out of here and head over to Highway 99. Now, it's just about every time I come here, too, the yard jockey comes up and asks me, like, to verify that I'm not just dropping it and I'm leaving with another trailer or something, because we're only allowed to have so many trailers sitting here. Now, for the longest time, it was 4 trailers only. Someone said we can have up to 6 here now, but I don't know for sure. I was always told 4 in the past. Someone recently said they were told 6, so maybe it's changed. And and then they also want to make sure you're going into the office to sign in and out there. Even if you're not docking the trailer in, or you're not using it for U.S. cold storage use. They still got to log it, what spot it's on, what you're doing with it, and all that kind of stuff, or what trailer you're leaving with, so the guard at the other side knows what that you're allowed to leave with that particular trailer. All right, so this is a heavy load. I don't know why the driver who picked it up did not scale it in Gilroy, because there is a cat scale at the truck stop in Gilroy. It's a smaller, well, not a big name. It's called Gilroy Garlic Farms Truck Stop. They have a cat scale there. I know for a fact they have one because I've been there many times myself. And why they didn't scale it there, I don't know. But such is life. I don't know where this Christopher Ranch in Gilroy is in relation to that place. So there might have been kind of out of the way for them to go there. But it is a 42,000 pound load. I definitely want to scale it. I can't tell right now because I'm moving, but it does look like it might be on the heavy, pretty close to 30 right now, because I'm shifted forward because I'm slowing. Yeah, we're in that 33.5-ish range on my gauge on the drive axles, so might be alright, but I'm definitely going to scale it regardless before I send my loaded call and start making my way out of the area. The closest place I can go to that I know of is the TA truck stop in Livingston. I'm just going to get on southbound 99. It's only maybe a 10-mile drive or something like that, or somewhere in that ballpark. What is that, exit 203 or whatever it is, and the TA is right there. I can use their cat scale before heading out. So hopefully it scales okay. Otherwise, if there's a problem like too much weight on the tandems, I'll actually have to go back to Gilroy and get it reworked, and then have them find out why the driver didn't, who picked it up didn't scale it and verified it was legal to haul before dropping it. All right, but then again, here in California, what way stations I have to deal with to get out of here, where am I heading to, and all that kind of stuff. This load will be going to the Conagra facility in Russellville, Arkansas. So I'll be taking 99 over to Bakersfield and then Highway 58 across from there. And then just a slight bit of I-15 and then I-40 across from there all the way to the customer. As far as skills are concerned, I don't have any southbound skills here on 99 to worry about. There is one in Chowchilla, but it's on the northbound side only. There's another way station on 58 eastbound, but that is rarely ever open. And it sure as hell ain't going to be open in the evening when I go through there, or at night, whatever. Even during the daytime, I rarely ever see it open. I have seen it open before, but it's rare. So I'm going to bet on it not being a problem there. Once I'm past there are no more way stations for me to see in California until I get into Arizona, and by then I can slide my tandems wherever I need them to be if that becomes an issue. So I guess in a way, if I really wanted to play like dot every I and cross every T, whatever, and play anal games, whatever, I could go back to the shipper and get it reworked and then throw the other driver under the bus. However, like I said, I know the situation here. It's very unlikely I'm going to have a problem with scaling in California, even if it is tail heavy. So I'm probably not going to worry about it too much, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to be driving at night. It's already 6:30 p.m. local time, and it's probably going to be like midnight or so by the time I'm even getting into Arizona, because it's 190. It's over a 3-hour drive, three and a half. Yeah, probably about a 3.5-hour drive from here over to Bakersfield. Another 2.5 just to get to Barstow. Oh yeah, so it's like midnight. Actually pushing 1 a.m. by the time I'm even in Barstow. Still got another 150 to go from there. So yeah, we're talking more like 2:30, 3 in the morning by the time I even cross into Arizona. Yeah, I don't see that really being an issue, and I don't need to throw another driver under the bus if I don't absolutely have to, but I might want to warn them. Yeah, I might tell them, hey, you might want to be careful. I can go ahead and take it like it is, but if I was another driver, I'd be demanding a rework. It'd be looking a lot worse for the driver who picked it up. So just try to keep that in mind, all right? If you guys are going to pick up a load and drop it for somebody else to use, always try to do as much as you can to scale the load first. This driver, I'm pretty sure, knew that they were going to be dropping the load in U.S. cold storage before they even picked it up, because I got planned on to it this morning, and and I knew before the load was even over here that it was going to be getting dropped in Turlock. So consider that. All right, I'm only about 5-6 miles away. I think I've covered pretty much everything that I really wanted to cover on this video. Plenty for me to work on here anyway. So I'm gonna call this one a day. All right, you guys, appreciate you guys watching. Again, next video will be at delivery to the Miracle facility, or was it is it a Miracle or Conagra? I think it said Conagra on my load assignment. I'll talk. I might try to remember to talk about that a little bit more on the next video. Okay, that issue there with the reloads. All right. Otherwise, I'm gonna call this one a day. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in Russellville, Arkansas on the next one. Peace.